The friendship finally broke when her husband found out she was cheating on him with several men. This is a longer story, guys. A sign of toxic friendship that you should avoid is people that gaslight. Hey my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is xclusiveTOSIN, and if you're just joining my channel, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining again. As you already know, we are always here to have fun, and on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about friendship. As you can see from the topic, friendship goals. I know that a lot of people, usually say a lot of things about friendship and, the quirks, the habits, the do's and don'ts. But on today's episode, we're going to be doing something different. Okay, so some days back I posted on my story on Instagram and on WhatsApp and some of my other social media platforms. I kind of like asked a question about, how did you get to know when you had to like leave the friendship, like when you had to like stop being friends with a particular person. I really didn't get so much feedback, but some people actually like responded and they had a lot of story. Guys, I'm going to be reading the story for you later on in the video. But before we get into that, I would like to talk about like the importance of friendship. In as much as you like to say, oh, I don't like to keep friends, I always like to be alone, I'm an introvert, blah 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 blah. Let me tell you, it is not easy to be alone. Loneliness is not good at all. There is no amount of explanation you want to give. Loneliness is very bad. So to keep a positive friendship, to keep a good and healthy friendship, I'm going to like talk about some of the things that needs to be involved in that kind of relationship for the friendship to grow and be positive. The first thing I'm going to discuss is respect. Like respect in capital letter. You have to respect your friend. Like no matter what, you have to respect their opinions, you have to respect their choices, you have to respect their do's and don'ts. Like if you do all of these things, you are going to have a easy, positive, and good vibes in your friendship. Another thing is loyalty. Loyalty comes a long way. Loyalty comes a long way. Like there is no amount of explanation you want to give. You have to be loyal, and you have to be 100% loyal to your friend. If you have a friend and sometimes you do some things that can make your loyalty questionable, it can actually lead to the end of the journey to that friendship. So in everything you do, try as much as possible to be loyal. Like be very supportive. That is another thing. Be very supportive to your friends. Like be supportive to their goals, be supportive to whatever it is they have, their plans, everything they have going on. Just make sure you're a supportive friend. Be loyal to your friend, respect your friend. Like these are some of the things I think you need to do. Another thing is emotional support. Apart from the fact that you're supportive, maybe they have a business, you try to like patronize them, you do advertisement for them. And apart from that, emotional support is very, very good. And I think it even comes before like the physical support or any other kind of support you want to give. You need to be there for your friend emotionally, because this thing upstairs can be very, very wild and crazy sometimes. So we need people in our circle that will be there for us psychologically, because I don't know how to put it, but there are some times that you're just down. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to like be seen. You don't want to, everything is just going extra scatter for you. Don't mind my language. Everything is just going like very bad, and you just need somebody to be there. I know that some people are in a relationship and they would believe that, okay, maybe their partner can, occupy this space. But there are some times that your partner, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend cannot do all of these things for you. You need somebody, you need a friend. I understand that a lot of people would say that, yeah, your husband or your wife should be your best friend. Yes, that is true. Your husband or your wife should be your best friend, but you still need somebody that you would choose as your friend. I know a lot of people that actually like have their siblings as friends. That is not a bad idea at all. That is also good. As long as you have all of these things, the respect is there, the loyalty is there, the support is there. If all of these things come together, you're going to see that this friendship is going to yield and is going to stand the test of time. Another thing I think I would like to mention is honesty. Like, I think you have to be honest in everything you're doing. Or you have to be honest about your plans. Don't try to play anky panky. Don't try to be, try to, I don't know how to put it now, but like the long and short of it is just to be honest. Have honest conversations, like always communicate. I think that's another thing because a lot of friendship has broken because of a gap in communication. For example, there are people that maybe when they leave certain environments where their friends are, they just break the communication gap, and I think that is very, very bad because it can actually lead to the breakup of the relationship. And believe it or not, breakups in friendship is actually very, very sad. If your friend offended you and you just try to like break the friendship ties, you are still hurt. I don't know how to put it. Sometimes I feel like friendship breakups can be even more sad than relationship breakups, if you understand what I mean. Because there is a vibe that comes with when you have a friend and you know that, oh, this friend got me in everything, and all of a sudden the friendship is no more. It is actually very sad when that kind of friendship just go down the drain. Like, it is always very sad. I think that in everything you do, try as much as possible to keep the communication going, be honest with your friends, respectful, be loyal, be supportive. Another thing is be genuinely happy for your friends. Like, celebrate their achievements, celebrate their wins, always be there, be rooting for them, like be their backup, like their hype man, their hype woman, whatever you want to be. Just make sure you're genuinely happy for your friend. Don't be envious of whatever they have going on that is good. Don't be that kind of friend that is always around when there is happy things going on. For example, maybe we have to like hang out, go to the movies, go to the games. Don't be that kind of friend that is always available at those moments. Be available for your friends at challenging times. I think this also, makes a friendship tie very strong when you are always there, even though like things are not really smooth and all, but you are there, you are, trying to let them know and reassure them that, okay, you can always count on me. I'm here for you. You can trust me, blah, 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 and all of those things. So I think I've mentioned quite a couple of things now on how to build a strong friendship. And if you know that you already have a friendship going on, just keep the positive energy going, do all of these things, and your friendship is never going to break. Okay, now that we know the things to do so that our friendship can be strong, I think I'm going to also like mention some few things on how to recognize a toxic friendship. Like, because in as much as you want to be there for them, you want to be there for your friend, you want to support them and everything, if you're not getting the same energy back, my dear sister, my dear brother, please move. Don't force it. Okay, don't force it. It is not by force. There are good people out there that really wants to be your friend. There are good people that admire you, that want to be like you. One of the ways to recognize a toxic friendship is when your friend's goal does not align with your goal, my dear. If your friend's goal is not aligning with yours, the best thing to do is run. Ajafo, Bira. Because there's no point. Like, I don't know if you are seeing what I'm saying. Like, there's no point. Or all those kind of people that always try to preach fear into your plan. Like, they always preach fear into your whatever you have going on. Maybe you want to start a business and they're like, oh, that so person did it and the person's business was not successful. Like, no, don't accommodate those kind of people in your circle. Don't do that. Another thing you should know when your friendship is already toxic is when somebody envies you. See, you know that somebody is envying you, but because you love your friend so much, you decide to ignore. I know but you just want to like ignore because you guys are cute together, friendship goals, all those things. My dear, if you know somebody that envies you and is your friend, just stop. Just stop, because before you know it, it can graduate to something else. It can graduate to hatred. It can graduate to something very brutal. Another kind of people that you should avoid, a sign of toxic friendship that you should avoid, is people that gaslight. They know what they are doing, but then they act like they don't know what is going on. Like, for example, they did something to piss you off, you call their attention to it, and you're like, oh, did that really happen? Oh, I didn't know. I thought, like, just stop it. People that are not, first of all, gaslighting comes in a lot of ways. There are some that, because they are not ready to apologize, that's another thing. If you have people that, you have a friend that cannot apologize for their wrong, I don't know, somebody pissed you off and you let them know that, babe, you or guy, you don't fuck up, and he or she is trying to, defend his or herself or something, my dear, just dead it. You see those gaslighters, they always think they are smart, yeah, but what they do is they just cause damage, because they will hurt your feelings, and then they will ignore or like act like unaware. They will act like they know nothing about what is going on. If you have those kind of people as friends, just distance your friend. You don't have to, like, stop talking to them or something, but just create the distance. Like, you need to focus on your peace, you need to focus on your happiness, you need to focus on positive energy. This is 2023, guys. Don't come and be accommodating people that your goals are not aligning or something like that. I think I'm already talking too much. I'm just going to go straight into my stories now. I'm going to share stories of how some friendship has ended, and let's just, see how it goes. Guys, so these are some of the stories I have, and I'm going to be reading them for you guys to hear. Okay? Yeah. So the first one says, okay, this is a longer story, guys. Okay, so the first one says, my very good friend for over 10 years. We started out from secondary school. We were so close, even up until university. Guys, you have to like pay attention. I'm going to be reading very fast because I don't want the video to be too long. So let's go. Both our parents knew us quite well and are happy with our friendship. He used to come around to spend some time with me, and I also go to his place to spend some time. There was a time I kept ringing him for about 3 months, but I couldn't get through. I was so worried and I had to go to his family house to check on him. I met his mom and she told me that he is doing okay. I met his mom and told me that he is doing okay, just that he had some problem with his phone. I said okay, and then I left. Only for him to call me about 5 months later with an international number. I was shocked and I was like, how? Apparently, he stayed at mine throughout his visa application process and never entered me. He had told me that he came for a job recruitment exercise at the immigration office. Anyways, I congratulated him, I wished him well, and I kept my distance. Guys, since they occur, when he was actually planning his visa, he stayed at this particular person's place. And then since they occur. Anyways, that's how the friendship ended. Another story. So my friend didn't know my boyfriend was at my place. She called him at about 12 a.m. in the midnight and said she needed some money urgently, and she was almost crying. At that point, I was very scared because I thought maybe it was an emergency from our family or something. And after the call ended, my boyfriend asked if he should give it to her, and I said yes. And then about 30 minutes later, she also called me to also ask for money. At that point, I was more scared and I was like, what is going on? What happened? She said she would tell me about it the next day. I sent her the money immediately, and then the following day, I was expecting a call, but I did not get any call from her. Then I called her to ask her what is going on. Hope she is okay. Then she said yes, she is fine, just that she needed to clear some bills. Apparently, she used some money in her office to do crypto stuff, and then she needed the money to pay back the staff. I actually never wanted the money back, but because I knew she could not raise it back in 1 week, I was angry with her and I told her that she shouldn't have done something like that. Why would she use her office money to do crypto stuff? But she said it was the devil. Okay. She said it was the devil. I said, okay, that's no problem. Now she said she's going to give me back the money in 1 week. I said no problem, but I told her that I had to borrow the money from somebody, that it was not my money, just so that she can return the money in a week as promised. After a week, she did not reach out to me. I reached out to her, not to ask for the money, but just to check up on her. She said she was doing fine and she never said anything about the money. A month passed, she still did not say anything about the money. I also did not ask her. After some months, I was the one always checking up on her. She always responded anyways, but she never checked up on me first. Then at some point, I stopped checking up on her because I felt like I was always the one reaching out to her. A year now has passed and she has not still reached out to me. Then she called my boyfriend after about a year and few months to apologize to him about what happened a year ago. And my boyfriend told her that she shouldn't apologize to him but to me instead. Then I got a text from her, but I didn't respond because at this point I was still very angry. Then after a couple of texts with no response from me, she then sent a message saying pleasantries wouldn't have been bad, but I guess things are that so. I will call you. This At this point, when I got this message, I was like, no, I can never be friends with this person anymore. Since they occur. I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh, but actually, this is a very bad experience. I don't even know what to say about this, but let's go to the next story. The next story said, I invited her to a friend's wedding. She kind of knows the bride through me, only for her to say she was coming with three other people. I was angry. I declined that I didn't want her to come with three other people. She didn't come to the party. She didn't message me. And I figured out our goals didn't align and shouldn't be in a circle. Exactly what I'm talking about, guys. How will they invite you to wedding and you want to bring three other people? Like, are you the father-in-law? Abi, are you the mother-in-law? What's going on? I don't know. Like I said, don't associate with people that don't have the same orientation as you. Please. This exact story, like three people. Come on now. Chelsea, come on now. The next story, guys. So this person said the friendship ended a long time ago. When I noticed in different situations that I was the only one who valued the friendship more, I also noticed envy, jealousy in her gestures and words. Guys, but I continued anyways because I didn't want to be bored. She was the only female friend I had at that time. She has a key to my house, and when everything went awry, I asked her to return my key, but she did not return the key till date. The friendship finally broke when her husband found out she was cheating on him. She was cheating on him with several men. Hey! Both married and unmarried, and she thought I was the one who told her husband. I later realized it was our other friend who revealed the secret to her husband. Her husband, who was her BF as her then, never trusted her, and he asked me many times if she was cheating, but I told her husband no. I had to call my friend to tell her to be careful because her husband asked me certain questions. I advised her to stop being wayward, and she would rather insult me and say words like "I beg," "Mother of Jesus," just face front, rest. Okay, that was her slang. When our other friend divulged and informed her husband she wasn't sober for accusing me wrongly, I demanded that she return the key to my house, but she didn't. We both cut ties, and after a while, she called to request for my help. She wanted to stay at my place so she could, access some things in my residence. I didn't want her to come, but because she had given birth as at that time, I allowed her because of our young child who was 3 months older then. After she left, I knew I can never be friends with this person anymore. Guys, I think the only thing I have to say about this story is that this particular person already knew, but she just wanted to keep the friendship going, like she said, because she felt like she would be bored and that the person is the only female friend she had. So I don't know. I don't know what to call that, but guys, I'm not reading these stories to give my own opinion on anything. I'm just reading the stories to let you know that there are good friendships that have actually, gone down the drain because of some certain behaviors and all. Yeah, so I think the last story I have here is very short and simple. This person said, I cut ties with my friends because she lied to me about too many things and I found out. Like I said, be honest. Honesty is key. I really hope that you've learned one or two things. I myself, I have learned on how to, keep my good friends in my corner and always make sure I am loyal, I am honest, I am, respectful to them, and I also know when to run. for my dear life. Okay, so guys, this has come to the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you have like a take home one or two. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Exclusive Tosin. I need your subscription, guys. Please and please, I need your subscription. Please like my videos, share with your family and friends, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.